and we had an entire like 20-minute thing where I showed you how if you're 5 seconds earlier to a top gank, you would have got like a double kill. Remember that? It was like our second
Yeah.
Lily session, and like now you're like 30 seconds slower than you should be. So those five
Hmm.
seconds aren't even comparable. Um, Another thing is because you have a coach, you don't have to do trial and error. So you could before you do stuff, you can ask me, like you can dissect it. What's the purpose of starting Raptors over red? What is the pros? What are the cons? Why should you do it? Why should you not do it? How do you do it correctly? Like all these are all things you can ask, and I can break down all of it. I'll do it now. The entire point of starting Raptors over red is that normally you start a camp at red at 1:30, then you do like red Krugs, and then you kill, and camps respawn 2 minutes 15 seconds after you kill them. Raptors,
Yeah.
Krugs, Wolves, Gromp. So normally, if you kill the Krug at 2 minutes, then it will respawn at 4:15, right? So most junglers they kill the Krug around 1:55 to around 2 minutes, and normally that's why the second spawn camp usually spawns around 4:10 to 4:15, right?
Yeah.
And then when you kill, and then let's say you're there at 4:10, and you kill it right when it respawns, then it will respawn at 6:40, let's say, right? Um, because it will spawn at just get the idea. That's the plus 215 again, plus actual like 10 seconds it takes to kill the camp, right? So
Yeah.
in this world, you're killing your third camp at 6:40. Now let's do a world where you're starting Raptors. If you start Raptors, they spawn at 1:30, and then you kill them at 1:40, and now your Raptors are respawning at like 4:05. Okay. And now you kill
Yeah.
now and then I told you when you start Raptors, you have to be there when they respawn. So you're there at 4:05. It takes you 10 seconds to kill them, so you kill them at 4:15, and now they respawn at 6:30, right? And also it's like 6:50. It's like 20 seconds. So now
Yeah.
in this world, you start red buff. You've killed the camp at 6:50. In this your second respawning camp. In this world, you're killing your second respawning camp at 6:30. So you're killing 20 seconds faster. So and let's say
Yeah.
and what does that mean? Now you have a 20-second advantage where you hit level 5 when the enemy's still level 4, and there's going to be a 20-second period where you have a level advantage on them because your
Yeah.
camps simply spawned before their camps. So you killed them before they killed their camps, right? So now you have, let's say you go for a top gank at 650 or a bot gank at 355, you'll be level 5, and either A, if they want to be, they either won't be there because they're going to be on their camp, or B, if they do show up, they're showing up because they skipped their camp, and then again now you have a level lead, right? That's
Yeah.
why I say the only reason. But now technically, there's pros and cons to everything in League, right? So the pros to starting Raptors now your Raptor spawns earlier, but the cons is now technically your red buff spawns later. Because normally if you kill red at 140, your red will spawn at 540, right? But now if you do Raptors
Mhm.
into Krugs and then red buff, now instead of killing it at 140, you're killing it at like 210, and now it's gonna spawn at sorry, at now instead of spawning at 640, now it's going to spawn at 710, right? So now your red spawning
Yeah.
30 seconds later than usual, which isn't as big of a deal because this spawns every 5 minutes, while the other con spawns every minute 2:15. So it's still better, right? But you're still like,
Mhm.
there's still a con. You're still making your red spawn later than it normally would, right? So the only
Yeah.
reason, so that's the pro, that's the con. The pros do outweigh the con, but again, there is a risk to this because the camp spawns earlier. They are easier to invade. So when I tell you, you have to be there on spawn, that means you have to be there on spawn. And I did tell you this going through the game, because here after Scuttle, you see your Raptor spawn in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what does it mean? This means you have to go cross through mid and go start it instantly. You're not allowed to base. Because if you base
Yeah.
and Machi goes and takes the Raptors, you're down two full camps because he took
Yeah.
it's one, but it's obviously counts as two. And more importantly, camps that respawn, they respawn worth more 25% more XP and more gold. So this isn't that you're not only down one camp, or sorry, not down two camps, you're down like two and like 1/4 of a camp
Yeah.
because it's this again the respawning camps are worth more than regular camps. So that's why if you do Raptors, you have to be there on spawn. So either A, what does this mean? This means if you finish your clear speed at 330, um, normally after blue you'd base and then you'd open to Raptors Krugs and you don't even have time to do scuttle, right? Or B, the most common thing, and what this is the standard, is you never base. You always do blue, scuttle, Raptors Krugs, then you base after Krugs, and then you open to Wolf's Gromp. And this is nice because you'll see this when you finish Crab, you 964 gold, and then you'll do this will give you 1050, and then Krugs will give you like 1200. And now you get the base
Yeah.
on like 900 plus boots or plus Dark Seal if you have like 50 gold left over from like walking around or whatever, right? Now you get to
Yeah.
so instead of just basing on 900 gold, which is what the normal is, Faded Ashes, you're gonna be able basing on Faded Ashes plus Dark Seal or Faded Ashes plus extra or boots or whatever, you know. Or sometimes if you get a
Mhm.
random assist and you get to base on 1300, then you get a perfect Haunting Guy's base, right? Um,
Yeah.
so that's so. But here, when you're this late, this guy actually has time to take your Raptors. Um, and does he have time to take Krugs? And technically Krugs too. If he's on your Raptors when they spawn, and then he's on your Krugs when you spawn, and you're down 4 camp, jungle's over. Being down
Yeah.
4 camps this early in the game, you're gonna be guaranteed down a level. And this will make it so when you're level 5, he's level 6, and with 6 advantage, he could do Dragon, he could do Grubs, and there's nothing you could do to fight him because that level advantage is simply too big, right?
Yeah.
This is all like if you messaged me about like the Raptor thing, I could have exp- taken 5 minutes to explain all this, and you never have to do this trial and error. And again, in this case, you didn't get punished, but like it's one of those things where it's almost like lazy. Like you have like I'm a resource, you have the resources to like ask me, and and then you would never have to even like walk into this thing because now you see how your Raptors they spawn at 405, and let's say look when we kill them, we kill our Raptors at 5. I can't tell. Is that 5:10? At 5:15. So this camp has been up for a minute and 5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Come on, camps respawn every 2 minutes 15 seconds. So it's almost half of the respawn thing. If we kill the Raptors as it spawned, then the Raptors gonna spawn 1 minute from now, right now, you know. And now
Yeah.
you're gonna do Wolves and Gromp and base, and then boom, the Raptors back up again. You see how like you're just farming so fast, and you're just eating so much gold and XP.
Yeah.
Um, So that and then again, the entire thing with Lilia is you're a weak early game champion. Your job is to just AFK farm, hit level 6, and then boom, now we're doing dragon fight, now we're doing grub fight, etc. So you're not playing towards your champ's strength.
Okay.
Does it all make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do, and obviously like you're resetting your. Let's see when we do this. So we're doing the wolves isn't up yet. Now we start wolves. Don't forget like you could usually Q and E the wolf right now just for movement, just for the passive.
Yeah.
So you're here faster. And I think this is a scroll thing. Like, it's pretty obvious, like to me at least, that once like you see Swain's dead, like right now, okay, play's done. Like full HP, above half HP. Again, you're pre-level 6 Lily. You're not exactly like super strong. Back
Yeah.
to Wolf Camp. There's nothing like. There's no way you look at this and think to myself, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna 2v3 them, or yeah, I'm definitely gonna solo kill E here. Like there's no way it's happening, right? I think it's
Yeah.
just squirrel. Just go farm your camps. Okay, do wolves, you do Grump, do Scuttle. Everything makes sense. Yeah, because normally right now, if you did your camp, remember I said you could have killed the camp a full minute 5 seconds faster, and now our Raptor
Yeah.
spawns in 30 seconds. So now you'd have a very nice fluid motion of Raptors, Krugs, red, base, and now you'd be level 6. You'd have haunting, you'd have amp tone, health crystal plus a dark seal. You have like all your components, and now you're level 6 with all these components. Flash up, ult up. Now fuck it, you want to play dragon, you want to play grubs. You're actually strong enough to force stuff, you know. But now
Yeah.
dragons up and grub spawning, and we have now we kind of like forced to go to our camps, you know. So we go back to our full clear. Everything's normal. Again, the game is still like stable. It's 4-4. We've been able to farm uninterrupted. And now yeah, I think this is just kind of not okay. I guess this isn't squirrel because your camps are down, so you have nothing to do. But it's also weird that because this actually you're getting punished from the past because you squirreled earlier before you went wolves and you skipped grump to run bot, right?
Yeah.
Normally, the second you kill wolves, your Gromp would be up. But now there's a 14, like your wolves is dead, and there's a 14-second gap until Gromps. Now you have 14 seconds where you're just twirling your thumbs doing jack shit, right?
Yeah.
And so you're getting punished because normally you just do wolves and then Gromp and then blue and then you have free time. But since you don't, the camps aren't up, now you're like, oh shit, I guess I have to go do something else. Um, and this is just delaying like future free time, you know?
Yeah.
Because now we're forced to do this because now, and then here, and then same before, like there's nothing that tells me that right now bot's a free gank. I see my AD carry is 1 HP. I see the enemy bot lane is full HP. You have
Yeah.
no idea with enemy junglers. You haven't seen them in 20 years, and you have blue buff up. And instead of just doing blue and then scuttle and then again waiting for info, if you see E top, then we could just solo dragon. If we see E bot lane randomly on this ward, then guess what? We could just book it and do grubs. You know. So instead of you
Yeah.
just do blue, do scuttle, it spawns in 15 seconds. Wait for info. If he shows top, you gank bot. If he shows bot, you go top. There's 2 objectives up, so you could always have a good trade play. Instead, you're just like blues up. Both objectives are up. Haven't seen the enemy jungle in 30 years. Let me go gank the full HP guys. Oh, and then here you even see Master Yi now. So your Kai'Sa actually spotted him. Thank God. My one look at this guy's HP. My 1 HP Kai'Sa versus full HP 60%. Um and so again, you could just leave, go blue, go scuttle. Technically you see Yi bot, so technically you could just book it to grubs now if you want, and he won't make it in time,
Yeah.
right? You even have you can have mid prio. And instead, what do you want to do? You're bored, so you just flash Q in and suicide. And now you're dead. Now your flash is down. Now your ult's down. Now this Master Yi can go solo dragon. There's nothing you can do to stop him because even when you respawn, again you have no flash and ult, so there's no way you can stop him because your
Yeah.
champ's very ult dependent, right? Um, and now you lose first strat, and then you actually end up getting it because I don't know what the fuck that enemy jungle did, but there's nothing that's stopping him from just soloing dragon, you know.
Yeah.
But it's obvious, I think you're just bored. Like again, the game was 4-4. You have camps up, objectives up, scuttles up, and you just want to force a fight. There's no point. Make sense?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let's watch this fight. So we got lucky. Somehow the Zed is killing the dragon. I don't know how that happened, right? But even then, like it's not even this fight wasn't terrible. But again, like you're not really. This isn't really your strong point. This is not where you want to fight. Like even now, if you once you see the fights, like once you see you got dragon, you can actually just book it to grubs. But he's here, so he can't fight bot and go in the grubs. Imagine a world here where okay, you got dragon sick, and we just insta leave, and now we get first dragon, and we go get the first 3 grubs. And also keep in mind, he's here for the last he's been here for the last 2 minutes. He was in bot push, then he killed you. Now he's fighting here. His top camps are 100% up. So you could literally go right
Yeah.
now instead of being here and fighting with no flash, no ult, no Leandries. Like you're definitely not strong to force fights. You could be getting all 3 camps, getting grubs comfortably, then clearing down. And just like Graves, we're gonna have like a 2-level lead, and we're gonna get our first item spike, and then we're gonna be fucking insanely strong, you know.
Yeah.
But you're kind of just like addicted to fighting. Like boom, right now, like sorry, let me pause better. We're fighting, all this fighting is normal. This guy flashes out. Boom, from this share screen, look at this. I mean, this, not share screen, from this frame. You're half HP, full HP, half HP, Kai'Sa's dead, Swain's too far from you, Zed's in Africa. Okay, the fight's over. Now let's go back to our camp, let's go to Grubs. Yi's 1 HP, so he has to base, so he technically could run straight to Grubs and definitely sneak 1 or 2, and he won't be there now because he has to base, and then he has to run from base to here, and you're already on the map, right? And here, so
Yeah.
this is where we're clicking here, we're clicking here, we're clicking here, and look where you click here. 2v1, no flash, no ult. Boom, you're running into them. Look at this is your mouse. Where are we clicking
Yeah.
to? Right? And then I think you die here too, right? There's no way, I forget. Yeah, you die too. And then it's 1-for-1, and then I think the Swain dies is 2-for-1. Um, so this entire time we could literally be taking all 3 cams and grubs. So it's the same. It's the same point as before. Like you're just like you just love fighting. Um, and I'm never like a. It's not like I'm ever like an AFK coach. I'm not saying to never fight, always farm. I'm saying
Yeah.
wait for an advantage, a clear advantage, a low advantage, a summoner spell advantage, an item advantage, and then force fights. Right? If we look right now,
Hmm.
you are zero. You are. Like, also, keep in mind, Leandris is a huge. You have enough Lulu games to feel like when you get Leandris, you feel like twice double strength, right? Like, you feel way
Yeah.
stronger. It's not like a small power spike. It's like a fucking gigantic spike, right? And all these fighting, you're 200 gold away from Leandris. You're not like super far. Like you're 740 gold. I mean, sorry, you're
Hmm.
240 gold away. Uh,
Yeah.
wait, I don't know how to do math. Sorry. No, yeah, no, I was right. Yeah, 200. Yeah, I was right. You're 240 gold away from Leandris, which is literally 2 camps. So Krugs, Raptors, base instantly for Leandris. Boom, show up to grub fight with Leandris, or show up to this dragon fight with Leandris. And that's why these small things happen. Because remember how I showed earlier how if you didn't fuck up your like skip your camps to go chase a squirrel, and if you were on Raptors on spawn, they would spawn the full minute earlier. If
Yeah.
you killed your Raptors and Krugs twice by like one time extra, so 2 extra camps, you would have Lianjis right now, and
Mhm.
you'd also be level 8. Now imagine you're at this fight with Lianjis level 8. Then yeah, you can click in if you want. You will kill them. And also like for example, this will kill instead of actually like flashing out to 1 HP, like he would die to Lianjis burn there, or even an extra,
Yeah.
even something as small as an extra Dark Seal damage would have killed him, right? And
Mhm.
that's boom, that's 1 extra camp, and we skipped like 2 camps this game. So
Yeah.
it really shows like the domino effect of the extra gold into extra XP, and it's all from like 1 or 2 camps. It's not from like some crazy stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, all this makes sense.
Yeah.
And then here I would say, actually this is fine to clear it up upwards. I would say though, like again, your Grumps, I would just do wolves and like you're desyncing your camps. Just do wolves and then Grump and get these things together. They've been desynced all
Yeah.
game, where like your Grump spawning 20 seconds after your Raptor for some reason, right? But here you do wolves, then you do blue, then you do scuttle, and and
Oh,
and and
yeah,
now
that's
you go
pretty
to Grump, and
decent, yeah.
now your Grump is a full minute desynced with your wolves, a full minute. So
Yeah.
you're just fucking over like future Keon, and then same thing here. You're literally on Grump. Grump's half HP. Look at these guys. Full HP, full HP. Not even this is the direct middle of the line right here. They're not even pushed up. So full HP,
Yeah.
not pushed up. You have
Yeah.
Gromp up, Raptors up, Krugs up, Grubs up. Leandri's in base. You have Unspike in base. You have 3 camps up, and you're just I want to gank bot lane. You know. Um,
Yeah.
and then here, like in my head, like, okay, it's actually fine to fish one time with E. If it lands, you ult instantly. If it doesn't land, you go back to your camp. You miss your E, and you're still going. And this is where you die. This is where you ult them when again they're full HP basically under tower. You cancel your own sleep with your W, and then you just die. And then thank God Zed's roaming. Zed ends up getting 1 kill from here. But this is not like
Yeah.
some calculated like yeah Zed's coming, so I'm gonna schedule my camps and die. Bother that like you're definitely just bored. You're just bored.
Yeah.
But so I think all 3 of your deaths is gonna have been preventable. Like you're 0-3, there's no reason you could be 0-3. I think right now easily you could be like 2-0 right now, and you could easily be like level 9. Skipped camp, skipped camp, skipped camp, ignoring grubs for no reason.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. It's just discipline. I think your discipline needs to be worked on, and you're definitely too prone
Yeah.
fighting for no reason. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
no, it does.
especially, like, I think that what I unpaused and said in the review is if the game's going really shit, like 0-5 top, 0-5 mid, like everyone's inting, then sure, bro. Then I allow you to chase squirrels because when the game's going badly, you need random kills to come back. You need random plays to work, right? But when the game's going
Yeah.
well, why do we need this randomness? Why can't we just kill our camps, start the objective, kill our camps again, start the objective, kill our camps, gank a lane, right? Um, that's when the game's going well or even, that's what you do. Only when the game's going really really terrible am I okay with you doing these like super like oh these ganks to me they feel desperate. That's why I unmuted and asked you, hey bro, do you feel like you're losing? What's going on? Because
Yeah.
if you feel desperate, then these ganks make sense to me. But there's no reason to be feeling desperate right now, right? In this game state.
Mhm.
Um, the game's not over by any means. The game's still 11-9, but you're like not even close to like snowballing or having a lead, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, funny enough, all these camps. This just shows. Remember, I told you before how a lot of times people lose to themselves in the CLO. I've
Yeah.
shown you like 4 different examples of camps you skipped, and you're still up camps on him. He's 6, you're 4. See that? So you're actually up 2 camps on him.
Mhm.
So even that, you're up. Yeah, you're 6, you're 4. You can see the thingy, right?
Yeah.
So even that, you're still up 2 camps on him. So imagine all these camps you didn't skip, you'd be up like I don't know 8 camps on him or something, and 8 camps is like 2
Mhm.
levels. So right now you're both level 9, you'd be level 11 right now, and you'd
Yeah.
have like an extra 1,000 golds, you'd have like a full tab eyes plus a blasting wand or whatever you're building next. And then for example, then this 1v1, you'd never lose this 1v1 in a million years.
Yeah.
Um, so and then here it kind of seems before like actually it's not really this one I'm okay with because it wasn't like you were forcing a play. You were responding like, "Oh, my teammates are dying. I'm gonna come help them." Yes, you like miscalculated. Like you thought you could help them, but you can't actually. But this death, I'm like not as mad about because it's your teammates are it's way more human and makes more sense to me. Like, oh, my
Yeah.
teammates are dying. Let me go help them. That is like a good excuse of why I died. But oh, I'm I want to randomly gank bot because I'm bored, that's not a good excuse for me. This is out of your first
Yeah.
4 deaths, first 3 deaths all bad. This death, I'm okay with this death personally.
Yeah.
Does this all make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now we show up to this dragon fight. Oh yeah, they entered here, so we got free dragon. This is good. They overstayed. So now we go pull dragon. Makes sense. Looks good. Now we full clear up. Looks good. Play into Herald. We see our team's fighting, so we skip our camp to come. See, this makes sense again because our team's fighting. Like this is lagging a bit. I don't know why. So sometimes this while you're like shit for us for a little bit, but it's chill. It's only for like a second or two every time. No, it wasn't a bad fight. I say try to always you don't need like a lot of times when people don't when you hit someone with your when you hit someone and mark them with your ult, uh,
Yeah.
I think a lot of times new Lily players they get like frantic or scared that it's gonna run out, so they have to ult ASAP. When you hit someone, it lasts for like a while, like 3 to 5 seconds. I forget the exact thing, but it lasts a while. So unironically, like here, when you Q the echo perfect, you have a full like what I would do if I was you. You transport me, my keyboard, my mouse now. I would E this
Yeah.
guy, walk down, W this guy, and then ult. Like you don't have to instantly ult this
Yeah.
guy. You could like you have time to W this guy, you have time to E. If the E misses, it's fine. The W is going to be guaranteed hit. There's no way you miss a W if you walk it like this, right? And then this
Yeah.
from this, it's funny because a lot of times like Lilia's only want a Q ult, but right now this is so. But this is in my head a very easy 3-man ult. But in my head, when people are new to Lilia, the only 3-man ult they see is this guy, this guy, this guy, flash Q ult, boom, 3-man. That's the only like ult angle to see. I look at this, I see E here, W here, boom, here's your 3-man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very possible. But so you have a lot. So maybe that's why I think maybe you're worried like, oh shit, it's running out, it's running out. I got ult now, or it's gonna go away. But you have even now, you still have a solid second where you could W this guy and then install it, and then you can still get at the very least a 2-man. You know, so don't
Yeah.
feel like frantic. Because here you got a 1-man. It's still not terrible or anything, but I think it could have been more. And also don't forget when someone's asleep, you really want to get your empowered W on them. Not empowered, just the inner
Yeah.
W. Here you woke this guy up with your E. Like here you could walk up and
Mm-hmm.
W him, and then you just eat him to wake him up for no reason.
Yeah.
So don't forget to try to guarantee our W damage and try to get as many people as possible in our ult. Because you see how now we're like chasing Nami and this guy lived with 1 HP and then you start chasing him for 20 years and all this would have been avoided if we just left him earlier, you know?
Yeah.
And then you don't kill him and then you walk back and now the fights are, it's like it's just a full mess. So you die again. I think again, flash, no ult, 1 HP. Just go, just leave. Go. You got bot camps to do. Accept the loss. Wolves, blue ground, push a midwave out. Um,
Yeah.
you don't have to make it worse. Like game's still fine. 17 to 15. We still got the last dragon. We don't need to. We have camps up. It's just unnecessary deaths. So you want to be a part of everything. Clearing our camps. Not really much to talk about. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Just our Q happens. Oh yeah, I remember this. So they herald this. Makes sense. So another thing is, I think you need to be thinking or looking to stack your passive like way more often. Like here, I'm queuing these minions this entire time to stack my passive. Like why not? Not only is it
Yeah.
just wave clearing, but just stack your passive up, right? If there's gonna be a fight, I want to be as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so well, yeah. So E this guy, perfect. Again, like looking to queue minions. Maybe when this herald charges, looking to queue this herald. Boom, Herald Charge, Q, 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 Q. And then you're gonna Q, and you're gonna Q once, you're gonna Q twice. And now you could have like full stacks by now, you know. Um,
Yeah.
this it froze. It's unpause. Sometimes it was doing this call. I didn't want to unpause to bother you, because you're locking in. And here, like they got tower. There's no more play. Like we were here. You came here to defend tower, correct?
Yeah.
Tower's gone. The play is done. Now it's time to leave and go do our camps, right? Like there's nothing to fight for now.
Yeah.
They already got what they wanted. So by staying around, all we're doing is risking up like unnecessary fight. This wasn't your fault, Zed. I think you guys had literally DC'd. But in general, like the second you see this herald die, like, okay, so we're here to defend. Q, stack your Q. If you get enough movement speed on your passive and these guys stack up, you might look for a potential flash Q ult here in a second, right? Like, I think this
Yeah.
is potentially fightable. So I'm not saying leave now. Like I'm down for the idea of, again, it's very human, normal idea of, oh, they're sieging our tower. I'm here to defend. But once the tower is dead, the play's over. It's time to dip. Now there's no way we're fighting now. First of all, there's nothing to stack our Q on anymore. They're not grouped up anymore. Before they were walking up. Now they're pretty safe. The play is just over, you know. But you kind of stick around here for a bit, and now you have super unnecessary death again. Where again now, especially now Zed died. Now there's definitely no way we're fighting. And now look, you keep walking up here in a second, and then you die, and then you flash all again. It's kind of hard to watch because your thing kept lagging for some reason.
Hmm.
But with Zed dead, we didn't force the fight when it was 4v4. Now Zed's dead. Now it's a 4v3, and now we're half HP. So if we weren't forcing a fight 10 seconds ago, there's no way we're forcing a fight now, right?
Yeah.
And then your response is to flash Q ult and then suicide.
Yeah.
Right? So again, I think you're just like, I don't know if the word's bored or what. Like the game's even now, the game's not that bad. Like it's before your death, it was 19-16, so you guys are only down like 3 kills. You guys still have dragons, so you don't have to worry about soul. You guys got the top towers. I guess if you press tab here, it'll be easier. When you press tab here, it's easier to show. It's easier to show the game state. I'll just wait. I assume you press tab soon. Yeah, here you go. So you guys are up. You actually have really good dragon stacking. So you guys have the soul win con potentially, right?
Yeah.
Um, before this death, it was 19-16. So you guys are down 3 kills. We still have a fed mid laner. Our AD carry is also just even 2-2. Like the key doesn't matter. It's like CS is exactly the same. Lucian just got a kill on you. 1 item and a half. 1 item and a half. Um, the only one that's actually super behind is top lane in this game. 2 items, 1 item. Only top's kind of fucked. Besides that, the game is completely playable still.
Yeah.
The dragon stacking is the best thing about this game, you know. But then, so if we don't die as well, and now I think our ball lane gets dove under tower because like before they can't dive us 4v3, but they can dive us 4v2, you know. So you did like
Yeah.
so they can't go for this dive if you never dove if you never died. Your team actually outplayed it still. They actually killed Swain and Lucian and lived. But you got the game. The game is still like completely playable. During all this happened, by the way, Lucian, Master Yi took your entire top side. So he took Red Krug Raptors, which isn't 3 camps. It's again, it's 6 camps, right? So this guy just
Yeah.
got 6 camps from you, which is a full level. So now you went from being even to this guy to now you're completely fucked, right?
Yeah.
And it's all because you just felt like fighting in bot when you didn't have to. You could have just gave the bot tower, went and took your top camps. If the GP is fed, but he keeps pushing, and GP is immobile, he has no dashes, no speed up. So if GP is pushing top, then we can maybe just 2-man him and kill him, right?
Yeah.
So I think the big takeaway I'd say is look to trade more. Like you're still in the mentality of I want to match, I want to match. In the early game, if he's doing dragon, you'll do grubs, and if he's doing grubs, you'll do dragon. If he's ganking bot, you can gank top. You know, but you're kind of like always matching. Like, okay, you saw him in the bot push, and you want to go fight in the bot push as well. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's always trade, trade, trade. It's same with Graves. That's why this is good because it's even though it's a Lilia game, it applies to both the champs you play. You want to just perma trade early game, and then once you're 1 item, once you're 2 item, so once you're Leandries, then you'll fight. Once you're Leandries Riftmaker, then you'll really want to fight. As Graves, once you have
Yeah.
Yomu's, then you'll fight. You have Yomu's Collector, then you're really strong. But when you're just like Dirk Graves, you're not looking to force fights. When you're just Fade Ashes Lilia, you're not looking to force fights. So early game, you want to just be trading as much gold and XP as possible. And then once you're 1-2 items, that's when you're spiked. That's when you're like, nice, now it's time to fucking show people my strength, you know? But you're just trying to do
Yeah.
it like a little too preemptively. Like this fight, if you have Flash and Riftmaker for this fight, Riftmaker is only 500 gold away. 500 gold is literally like those top camps and like a wolf camp, like some rant like 500 gold. You can get 500 gold anywhere, right? But from like
Yeah.
you skipped like 10 camps this game, 5 camps is Riftmaker, right? So you'd have imagine this fight right now. You're level 12, you have Riftmaker,
Hmm.
and you have Flash because you didn't waste that two-setting buff for no reason. Now let's watch this fight with those things. Level 12, Riftmaker, and Flash. I think this fight is so winnable, right? I could look. Boom. What was that? 2-man sleep. obviously your W kills this guy, you'd be way healthier. You could kite this guy longer. He's also wouldn't be level 13 because keep in mind he got level 13 off your camp, so he'd be like level 12 as well. Like it's a full
Yeah.
domino thing. You maybe here, I think you'd go in early instead of kiting left here. When you see them engaging, I would kite right, and then they're all clumped. So here you'd flash Q ult here,
Flash, yeah.
boom, right? Uh, obviously now you don't have flash, but you get the idea. It's just from
Mhm.
your mistakes from the past are haunting you now. That's it. And again,
Yeah.
any excuse to stack your passive more. Like here, you're actually look at this. You're so tunnel visioned. Look how funny this looks. Here, you're walking past Echo and Nami. You could get a free Q on Echo right now. If you walk slightly to the right, you might even get a double Q on these guys. Or again, you could do this. You could do E here, Q here, W here, right? And still get played for 3-man sleep. Same as the Herald example. But you're so tunnel vision on this guy that you're ignoring Echo, you're completely ignoring Nami, and you're just running at him, you know? And then
Yeah.
all this free damage you could take on Echo and Nami. Because imagine this. He's going to kill our teams no matter what. But if we could kill Echo and Nami, then at least we're trading. Like he kills 2 of us, and we kill 2 of them, and that's a 2 for 2. That's not a bad. And then me and Zed can run away, wait for Master Yi ult to expire, and then we could 2v1 the Master Yi, right?
Yeah.
But you're like super tunnel visioned, and you're just not looking for opportunities to hit people that are just in front of you. Because look how low's the Echo guy, and you completely ignored him. A single Q on that guy, he would have died, right?
Yeah.
And then Zed is our strongest member. So if we're playing to enable Zed, then maybe Zed will be the one that will deal with Master Yi later, right?
Yeah.
But at this point, the game, I mean, you're 0-7 at this point. I'm not a big KDA guy, but at this point, I think you're just way too behind.
Mhm.
Now, anytime Master Yi sees you, he'll just run you down. And now, like, also, before that, I was like, oh, the game's not that bad. Game's not that bad. Now they killed all 6 towers. They took away your soul win con. Now the game is that bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think now that it's kind of like, I mean, we could watch this fight, but now these games, this is kind of pointless. Like now they're just getting caught randomly, which give you guys a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
But then once they like focus up, it's unrecoverable. Yeah, boom, they're just killing. They're just diving your guy on like under tower. Boom. Yeah, it's a mess. Anything this game you had questions about that I didn't look at? You want to look at? Where are you
No,
at?
I think probably the biggest question I would have had at the start of the game is like